Hello, you're welcome to this my channel. I am Joseph Philip from IamJosephPhilip.com, and I welcome you to this video where I'll be teaching you about the basic components of a sales funnel. In the previous video, you can check it on my channel. I talked about what a sales funnel is. So in this particular video, I'll be teaching you the basic components of a sales funnel. So let's get started. Now, if you look at the word sales, it means that this funnel, like I explained in the previous video about what the sales funnel is, the sales funnel basically is a journey that you take your prospect through from a point A to a point B, their desired transformation. A sales funnel basically is to help in transforming the life of your prospect from where they are right now to where they want to be. So I want to show you the basic components. What are the things that make up a sales funnel? Now, let me point out this to you that a sales funnel comes in various varieties, comes in different forms. It can be very simple and it can be very, very complicated. A sales funnel is what you make of it, but there are some basic components that you will find in every sales funnel. Okay, let me make an example first. For example, if I'm going to this particular location, I can approach this location from this angle, from this angle, from this angle, from this angle, and from this angle. There are various angles through which I can access that same location. So, like I said, a sales funnel is what you decide to make it to be, but it also depends on a whole lot of understanding your target market, your audience, and ensuring that you understand them and can provide what it is that they need, the transformation that they see. So for every basic component, for every basic sales funnel, for every sales funnel, number one of the major things you find in every sales funnel is the traffic component. The traffic component. And what do I mean by the traffic component? This is the component that is responsible for getting people to see what you are offering. It can either be organic, or paid traffic, or organic traffic. Now, organic traffic takes longer time, and paid traffic, if done well, look at that word, if it is done well, that is, if you actually study your customer, your audience, your market, the target market, you study them well, and you are able to come up with an offer that they want, or you help them solve a particular problem, then paid traffic works a whole lot. This paid traffic is a whole lecture, it's a deep dive on its own. And in subsequent videos, I'll be talking about what I have learned over time in when it comes to paid traffic. I've also utilized organic traffic in the past, and I'll tell you that yes, it works. It takes longer time. That's the truth. It takes longer time, but if done well, it can actually help you in using organic traffic. Content marketing comes into play. Yes, content marketing also works in paid traffic. Video marketing. I actually did something on video marketing some years ago where I did a 28-day Facebook live video challenge. I did that myself. I was going live on Facebook 4 times in a week, and I did that for 7 consecutive weeks. I had 28 episodes of that live on Facebook. I did it maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, and I will tell you that it was organic, just on my Facebook timeline, my personal timeline, and it actually yielded a lot of prospects, a lot of clients. I even had people refer other people to my business. So I did this for a good 7 weeks, and that's roughly about 2 months. I did consistently 4 times a week. I know somebody who did his for 1 year. Yes, 365 days. Every day he did it for 365 days, 1 full year. And at the end of the full year, he put all those videos inside a mobile app, and people now began to subscribe to watch those videos. The same videos he did, he actually did on a daily basis, was what he now put into an app and created a subscription model whereby people could have access to the videos. And it's also something, I did something similar to it. I packaged all the videos are done for the 28 episodes and offer them, I think, as a bonus to one of my training courses. So organic traffic is very important. And in subsequent videos as well, I'll also be talking about various ways, various ways through which you can leverage on organic traffic to build your sales funnel. Don't forget, the purpose of this traffic at the end of everything we're trying to do is to ensure that we have sales. That's the purpose. That's the purpose. So another component that you have here is the email list component. Email list component is the second part of a basic sales funnel. And this email list component is further divided into two parts. The first part while the second part is the buyers list. The first part is the freebie or lead magnet list, and the second part is the buyers list. And I'm going to discuss in detail why people opt for the two, or which one you need for your business. But before I go into that, I want to tell you why the email list component is list building. It's very important. It's an important component of any sales funnel. Now, from research, it has been discovered that for every $1 you spend for email marketing, you get about $43 in return, or 42. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's like there's a high rate of return on investment when it comes to having an email list. It's very important. Now, some businesses, one thing I've found out is that some businesses just collect emails on their site and they don't do anything. And some of the captions they use on their site to get people is subscribe to our newsletter. There's nothing actually pulling people in, telling them to get your newsletter. I beg your pardon. Okay, so having an email list is very important. It's an important aspect of a sales funnel. In subsequent videos, I'll be talking about email marketing on its own. It's a wide range of topics on its own. And for me, I don't do e-commerce. I majorly focus on coaches, consultants, service professionals, experts. Those are the people I service, and that's that's the angle from which I will be talking about email marketing, because I also use it in my business and I also help other clients with it as well. So if you have an email list, if you're going to build an email list, it's very important that you know how to market to them. But when you are building out an email list, you must have this mindset that the email list setup you're having is going to be for the long term. Some people have this short-term mentality that when they set up an email list, they start making money immediately. Like I've told you before, the purpose of having an email list is, as part of the sales funnel, is to ensure it leads to sales. Now, that sales can happen at the snap of Thanos' finger, not Thanos of Avengers. It can happen within the twinkle of an eye, and it can happen in 3 months. For me, I had a client who came into my email list and bought from me, paid me for a one-on-one training 8 months after. And there's a particular vendor or a particular internet marketer that I actually paid for his product about 1 year, I think 1 year or more than 1 year after I opted him into his email list. So the email list component is an essential part of a sales funnel, because it's that part that enables you to nurture, to build a very valuable relationship with your audience, and also help to nurture them, and so that they can trust you, can put your expertise before them on a consistent basis, and then sell to them when the time comes. Personally, for me, I sell almost every day in my emails. I sell every day, but I don't just write buy. There's a method to that, which I'll be explaining in subsequent videos along the line. So for this email list component, it's an integral part of any sales funnel, because when people don't buy at a go, then how do you keep outreaching to them in order to ensure that they become paying customers? So there are two parts of this. There are two parts to this email list component of the sales funnel. The first part is the freebie or lead magnet type, which entails that you have a lead magnet, a freebie, something you are giving out for free to your target audience, something that solves a particular problem of your target audience, something that is very valuable. that even if they don't buy anything from you, with that lead magnet, they can do a whole lot of things. They can have a transformation. It means your lead magnet must solve a problem and it must be transformational, and it's such that it will put you in their minds even decades after they might have consumed or used that resource. So a lead magnet could be a report, it could be a checklist, it could even be trial software. If you have a software company, you can do just like some of these email marketing companies have. There are so many softwares online that offer you trials, some 14-day trials, some 30-day trials, some 7 days trial. What they do is that they are wooing you, they are attracting you with that free offer so that you can come into their system, check it out, and they will now upsell you, meaning they will build you in order to keep using their services. So if you have this kind of setup, then you will have now. I want you to look at this. What I'm going to draw on the board. If you are having this type of lead magnet, let me draw out how the simple sales funnel will look like. Let me show you how it will look like. Blah blah blah. You have what we call an opt-in page. Now this is going to be the traffic component I mentioned the other time. Traffic component. Then this will be the opt-in page, opt-in, or we call it the landing page or the squeeze page, opt-in page. The squeeze page, a page that squeezes out your email, the emails of your or names of your target audience. Then we have a thank you page, Then we can have a sales page, then which further leads to maybe a product download page. Let me just put this download or course page. Okay, now let me take you through. If you are using this freebie lead magnet, then you have an opt-in. This is just the simple sales funnel for if you are going to use this freebie or lead magnet sub-component. This is the opt-in page where you tell them about what you are giving them. The freebie, the lead magnet. So they put in their email and they put in their name. Now let me draw some things here. Okay, so after the opt-in, you get a thank you page. This thank you page now contains instruction. Check your email, check your this, blah blah blah. For some, when you come here, they tell you check your email and click the confirmation link. That's what we call a double opt-in. A double opt-in is a kind of email marketing setup in order to ensure that the person who actually requested for the lead magnet is actually interested. The person who requested for the lead magnet is actually interested in that lead magnet. So once they'll get an email immediately after it takes them over to the thank you page. They have an email that tells them for a double opt-in. It tells them click the link in the confirmation email that comes to you. So once they click the confirmation email, it now sends them another email containing the lead magnet. Now on this thank you page, for some people, we have what we call a button that maybe okay. They want to sell what we call a minimum viable product. A minimum viable product as MVP is a low price ticket product, a low priced product that actually pays for your ads, a low price product that people can consume at a good. It can be a mini course, it can be something that is complementary to this lead magnet. Let me give you a classic example of what I have personally done and not what I think, what I have personally done. Recently I set up an email list building challenge. I wanted to teach people how to set up their own email list. And so what I do, I set up the page, and once you opt in, you come into the opt-in. I did Facebook ads, and I did some organic posting on Twitter, and I got some people coming. From here, takes you to the thank you page. Now on my own thank you page, I told them that you can just go to your email, because what I did was to route everyone who comes in. I sent them an email that takes them to a Facebook group. That is the way I wanted to do it. That's the way I wanted to do it. So from this thank you page, it now leads you to a sales page. Good afternoon, sir. All right, so from this thank you page, what I did on my own page was that on this thank you page, I told them they can check their email. And so from this, they get an email which now forces them to a Facebook group where the email list building challenge takes place. Now on this same thank you page, I segmented it into two. Then I now wrote out content. I wrote out content for a minimum viable product I call the email list building fast track. Because this email list building challenge is a 5-day program, it's a 5-day training program. So every day I came up in the Facebook group, I was dishing out what I want to teach per day. But for this fast track, they get it immediately. They are able to access it. So I told them, if you don't want to wait, you can get the fast track email list building, and I listed out everything that they can get there. And from there, so there's an order button. So once they click on order, it takes them to the payment page, and from the payment page, after the payment page, it now takes them to the download page, to the course page. That's what I did. That's a simple one I did. But if you have something like this, it's not that hard. Now, the reason why I put up my sales page here was on this thank you page was to make it seamless. I didn't want the situation whereby people would click another button and take them there. I wanted them to have access to it immediately to what I was offering. So I wrote several email follow-up sequences. Now, when it comes to email to sales funnel, the magic most times is contained in the email follow-up. It is contained in the email follow-up sequences. That's I worked with a coach from May last year till April this year, and I sold more. We sold more because I was one handling our email marketing and everything online, setting up funnels and every other thing, writing sales copies, writing email copies, drafting a whole lot of other things, email sequences, and the whole setting up the tech. We sold more via emails, because once people coming through, once they get the free offer, it was a mini course we were offering, and through this, so anytime we had the programs, we even aside, and one beautiful thing is by the time you have an email list, you can sell other programs. We sold coaching programs to those who came into our email list maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. We sold coaching programs and they paid. We organized free webinars. They came for the webinars. They attended the webinars virtually online, and they made payment for coaching programs. That's the beauty of having this an email list. So you can keep selling to people via email, because once you offer value and you entertain them, you entertain them, then you can as well pass a whole lot of value across to them, and it makes it easier for them to buy. So we sold more via coaching. We sold a whole lot via coaching. Okay, so that being said, so now with these emails, all these emails now refer them to the sales page. It refers them back to the sales page. So every day you send an email, there's always a call to action. We call it a CTA, a call to action that sends them to this sales page where they can read more about what you have to offer. Then once they make payment, it takes them over to a download page or a course page. And once you have people who make payments, they now come into your buyers list. But for some people, they create. I hope this is understood. All right, let me move over to the buyers list, and that's where I'm going to conclude with this. Now, there are so many other parts of the sales funnel, because all these things I just drew up now, there's a whole lot of copywriting, a whole lot of tech around it. But you can actually outsource all of that. You can outsource copywriting. You can outsource the tech, and you can outsource the traffic generation. You can have a team, the marketing team that does everything about you can have a traffic team, yes, that's just about the Facebook traffic. It can be Facebook or whatever, maybe paid ads is what's going on Facebook, Instagram. Then you can have the copywriters, people who script the copy for your landing pages, for your sales pages, anything about when it comes, then you can have an email copywriter. Yes, an email copywriter who can script all of that for you, who can script your follow-up sequences, and basically all leads to your sales page in order to ensure that you make money, you make sales. Now, some people go, when they want to start a funnel, they start with a bias list, and I've seen this online so much. And most times they have what we call a free, a low price product, a minimum viable. Some as low as $49, some 47, some 27. I've seen some $7. What they just want to do is to find out people who are ready to buy from them. And this is actually helpful because having a bias list also helps to defray your ad cost, your ad investment. Because from the onset, you are spending money to acquire this bias list, these people who want to buy from you. So once you spend money and you're able to make back money, you can reinvest that money into that business again, into that advert, so that you can. Because once you get a buyer, that buyer becomes an asset. It becomes an asset to you, and you can sell to that buyer time and over again if you have good follow-up sequences. You know how to write daily emails that actually connect with them. So let me just point this out. I'm going to make an example with Russell Brunson. You can check him up online. He's the owner of the software company called ClickFunnels. Now he has published many books. We have Expert Secrets, .com Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and he and somebody else published Copywriting Secrets. And they do what we call the free offer. They call free plus shipping model, free plus shipping offer model. What this implies is that they tell you that the book is for free, but you only pay for shipping. What does that imply? It means they want people who want to buy their products. Now, one of Russell Brunson's product on the Perfect Webinar, actually, I bought it for $5 then. Now I think it's $7. Not I think. As at this time of this recording, May 2021, I think today is the 7th. 7th or 8th. Today is Friday. Yeah, I think it should be 8th, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm mistaken, then okay. So the Perfect Webinar Secrets, which teaches how to organize, how to set up your slides, how to the psychology behind having a good webinar that converts is $7. And once you are on this list, you get upsold or you get other offers that you can buy. With this free shipping, free plus shipping model, you get to buy the book, you get to pay for the book, for the shipping of the book. I think for international audiences, it costs $14.95. That's about $15. And for US audiences, I think it's about $7.95 for shipping. So you get the book for free, and you pay for shipping. So what that implies, and on the by the time you fill up the form, there's what we call a bump offer. Just like sometimes we call it a bump offer that you can add to this. Something similar or something that you can add to this. Maybe it can be a $27 product, which you can once you click the button, it will add it automatically to that, and it will increase the average cart value, the average money, the money they make on each person who hops in on their buyer list. So this is very powerful model. You can also use if you are author, if you're a consultant, you have published a book, you can do a free plus shipping offer model. But there's a whole lot of moving parts about it. We have what we call the video sales letter script. There needs to be a video sales letter script that talks about the book, and a whole lot of copywriting that goes into it. It's not undoable. It's actually doable, but it needs a team around this that can pull all of this together in order to ensure that this works, because there are a whole lot of moving parts. So having just one person doing all of that sometimes can be a bit challenging. That's the truth. It's not as if one person cannot do it, but if you have like a team of 2 or 3 people working on such projects, it makes it easier. So each person is able to focus on his or her own major what's that word? Major strong areas. Though we have people who can do all of this, by God's grace to a certain extent, I can, because I've done this for clients in the past. And for my personal self, I write my own sales copies. I do most of everything I do for my business personally. All right, so this bias is, I've seen also some people, maybe people who sell online, they sell something, maybe like a content planner. I've seen somebody sell content planner, I think for about 17 or $27. I can't remember the exact amount. So once you pay for this, you automatically get on their bias list. So you are a golden asset to them, and this is very, very wonderful. Even if even if people have never heard of you before, but one of the things that makes this believable is that you have a very, very powerful offer. And you have testimonials. You have testimonials of people who have benefited from your services, people who have learned, or people who give you good reviews. Testimonial, social proof is very, very important. If you actually want to be able to come on here from and use this bias list, it's very, very social proof will actually push more people into buying from you than you push them to buying from you because they have other people who have because they see or read other people who have done something similar to what they want to do. So this bias list is very, very important. So if you want to start out with your sales funnel, you can have something like this set up for you. It can even be a course. It can be a course. There's a course presently that costs okay. I've seen courses, a 7-day challenge that cost me like $17, $27. Yeah, and I think I just saw them online for the first time. And I came across some of them, and they have very powerful offers that once I'm able to sort out some things, I'll checking into some of this because some of those things because I also learn from those things. So these are if you have a bias list, it actually helps you from the onset. Though it might take a bit more time to convince people to buy from you, but once they buy from you and you deliver the value that they expect, the transformation that they expect. Don't forget that I told you at the beginning of this video, a sales funnel basically is taking somebody from a point where they are to another point where they want to be. So that's the explanation about this email list component. So let me just draw a bias list. Most times it starts with a sales page, and I'm going to talk about something here. Checkout page. I'm going to talk about something here. That's we have the traffic as usual. Traffic. All right. Now, then let me just make it very, very simple. Don't let me complicate things. Just very, very simple. I just want to make it very, very simple. Like I said, the sales funnel can be simple and it can be complicated. I'm going to make it this very, very simple. Download page. English. I'll tell you why this is this. Now, the traffic brings people to this sales page. If they are convinced, they go to the checkout page. Sometimes when some people get to some checkout pages or when they get to the checkout page, they don't buy. So there's these emails are called abandoned cart email sequence. Email sequence, yes, abandoned cart. So if people don't buy because but they have filled out this, maybe they filled out the first page, they put their email. They abandon the cart. There are emails that are triggered to take them back to the cart to make them purchase. It takes them back to the cart. Takes them back to the cart or to the sales. It all depends on how it is formatted or how it's set up. Takes them back so that they can go and buy. Takes them back there. So this helps a whole lot because there are some people, maybe something just happened at the point they were supposed to buy, maybe they had issues with the internet, or something just distracted them and they forgot about the entire thing. But with this abandoned cart email series, it pushes them back here and makes them make payment. Then makes them once they make payment, they go to the membership or the download page for that resource. So this is a simple sales funnel using the bias list component, the sub component. So we have a sales page, a checkout page, and a download page. So this now this company or anybody who has this now has a buyers list. So they can keep sending mails to them, telling them about other offers, checking up on them, and doing a whole lot of other things. So the bottom line of all I've shared with you is just to tell you about the basic components of a sales funnel. I've talked about the um, the traffic component. I have talked about the email list component. It's much more deeper than this, but I don't want to go into technical or all that other complicated things. I just want to make it as simple as possible so that you can see that it is a journey. It's a journey taking somebody from the unknown, where they are now, to where they're from the known to the unknown, from the known to the unknown, or from the unknown to the known. It all revolves around the mindset or how or where the customers are at their point in life. So I hope this video has been very explanatory and detailed. Wow, I enjoyed doing this video, and please like, share, subscribe, share this video, put a comment if you're watching this on YouTube. Anywhere you're watching it, just put a comment there, and you can book a free coaching call on my website at www.iamjosephphilip.com. Just type iamjosephphilip.com, and it takes you over to my site where you now have access. You can, on the site, there's a pop-up form that comes up about after 10 seconds, and you can put up your name, your details, and you'll be able to schedule a one-on-one coaching call. It's free. It's free, yes, free. So, but I want to take it serious because it's my time I'm giving out to you out of my very busy schedule. So, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll catch you some other time with another video on sales funnel. Thank you. Bye for now.